Mind if I talk with you for a little bit?
Uh, what would you like to speak to me about?
Well, if I wanted to speak to you about it in front of everyone, I already would have.
That is a good point. Um, she waves her hand. The two of you end up back in the portal room with, well, still the chicken. The wall just closes off between it and the hallway. And 1 second as we go back. What can I do for you?
So, first an OOC question. That guy is already fragmented, yeah?
Fairly so.
Yeah. So, would it be plausible to offer her a fragment?
A fragment for what?
A trade, of course.
Um,
They seem keen on retrieving their friends, and you seem keen on keeping up your wealth. You know who I am.
I do, and while I must admit, I have plans for you as, well, if you were to be under my service, even a fragment of you, I'm sure you would be one of the most splendid torturers in all of hell. And
I know my ways.
for the others, I simply. Your friend Dante.
Hmm?
He is one of the most valuable souls in all of hell. I simply can't give him away, but even I will call in for. Due to the laws of hell, I simply cannot just have him leave, as he is a soul worthy of torture. But you may. I will call in a favor from a friend to act as his defender. I am not a prosecutor, I am not one that judges souls. I simply carry out the torment, I simply have the revenue.
You are a watcher, in a sense, yes?
Yes. And if you do this by the legal way, then I will get a bit of souls back for my own collection, paid for by the court.
Well, I do believe that's agreeable.
Okay. Well, the trial will commence in 15 minutes then. She claps her hands. As for you, she puts a hand out for you. Like, simply as a gesture to shake it.
He knows what's going to happen, but he shakes anyways.
You shake the hand, and you feel like, again, your soul is not one. It has broken many, many times. But maybe, like, 1/100th of your full soul is pulled out. And again, like, as she pulls her hand away, it's just a tiny that guy.
Oh, that's great. She just like put it in a pocket and just sits there and waits.
She's actually going to, like, with the other hand, she snaps her fingers. That little guy is now in a tiny devil costume.
That's
Ready
great.
to
Okay.
Totu. She opens up a small little flaming portal. He jumps in.
Yeah, that's fair. See you later, little buddy.
Now, when it comes to Blue, he is one that his sin is not as great. I will simply give him to you as well if the trial goes your way.
Of course.
He honestly is not worth that much, but
Mm. Is there anything else I can do to grease the wheels?
I have no control over the trial myself. You would be in front of the panel of 5.
Mm. Fair enough.
Is that all you wish to speak of?
Uh, he gets like a pensive, like look on his face. Think, can I touch your hair?
Yes, just be mindful of the cloak. She bends down. Again, she's like 15 feet tall. Oh, Hodokeu that ends in red just drapes down.
He mindful of the cloak, runs a hand through her hair.
It is very nice and soft. As you do so, you hear the screaming of hundreds of souls. You can tell that they use soul conditioner.
Soul conditioner, that's great. Oh, you even condition, that's wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you. And they'll pull their hand back and smile.
Anyway, I need to go prepare and call in that favor. The trial will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, thank you.
She snaps her fingers. She is gone, and the hallway opens.
Nice.
I'll send you back.
One person is doing. It's something that pretty much everyone. I mean, I do it too. Everyone is doing it and needs to try to tone it down a bit.
That we have 7 people in here. That doesn't help.
I don't know
8,
what we're talking about, but we are back.
We are back.
Fantastic.
Right.
So, that guy walks from the portal room without the demon, the devil, whatever you have. The fucking end. So, we've got a trial in about 15 minutes. Strategies, people.
Wait, trial
Why?
for who?
What? I need more time.
Why?
What have you done?
Trial for who?
What have you
Well,
done?
For your friends. You want them out of here, don't you?
Yes, but we needed more time.
Oh, stop, Chase!
If it was that easy, and if I could give you time, I would. I have already gotten us a favor. You, them, a favor. There's going to be someone helping defend the clients.
And as you say that, the scene is going to shift. We are going to go to Eben. Eben.
Please, just call him Sebastian. He hates that name.
What the fuck?
Is the new player a demon lawyer?
Okay, so hold on. Question. Are you a lawyer in real life?
Please tell me you're
no.
playing a lawyer.
He
Well, then
seems
fucking-
right.
What would you be doing?
Well, that depends. Does he know that he's going to be participating in a hell trial?
You are about to receive that information.
Oh, well, currently right now, he's probably just walking through the city, calling various people every now and then, looking through a file that has a bunch of redacted information in it that he totally didn't take from anyone.
As you look down to it and just kind of back up, looking around, you notice that the yawning abyss has appeared next to you. Despite her strange form, nobody seems to really notice her. Sebastian, it is time that I called in that favor.
Sebastian takes out a pack of cigarettes, just pulls one out, lights it.
I'm
So,
going to need
what in
you
the
to...
hell do you need from me? Literally.
Well, I don't honestly like having you in my debt, as, to be honest, I feel it puts a target on my back. So, it's going to be something simple. There is a soul that is under me that I would like for you to stand as a lawyer for, stand trial, and prove their innocence.
You want me to prove a soul of yours' innocence?
Yes.
Okay.
I simply can't let him go, as Dante Reznikov is, well, the laws of hell simply won't let me let him go.
Why do I know that name?
Because I have implanted in you, well, everything that involves him. If you have any question on the history of his life, any questions of anything about him, if you want to know his dick length, then it's something that you know.
Please don't plant that in my head. I'll think of it on accident, and then you will have a target on your back.
At any
All
rate,
right.
I love him already.
I need to roll something important.
Are you
Well,
rolling for dick length?
I'm PMing it to Klaus.
oh no.
All right. Well, I know that name for a different reason, I think, but I think I'll have to ask him about that directly.
I'll go ahead and send you. You have. Oh my god.
What?
Fuck, don't worry about
Um.
it. I did not state that. I rolled it.
What is it?
I rolled really fucking
At any
well.
rate, so you will have 15 minutes with your client before the trial begins.
15, huh?
Yes. This isn't uncommon. You know that things in hell go quickly.
All right.
Imagine there's a big backlog.
Let me guess. You're gonna get me there.
Yes.
Fantastic. One moment. He pulls a small knife out of his coat and just makes a small cut across his wrist, completing a rune sigil. Closes the knife and puts it back in his coat. All right, I'm good.
You know I can't do it now.
Oh no, don't worry. That was just to make sure that I'm fast enough in case you try to do anything when I actually get there.
Mm. She gives you a slight smile.
I like this man.
Do your best to let him go. And everything just whoops around you. You find yourself standing in a hallway.
Oh, hello.
Please describe yourself to the group.
Sebastian is slightly above average in terms of height and build, man. He doesn't look much more than average by that. He's wearing a long leather coat, black hair, currently smoking a cigarette, and around him you see various, occasionally like flashes of arcane runes as he takes that knife back out and makes another 2 cuts around his wrist.
Homeless man?
Are you the lawyer?
Are you a homeless man?
You know, it's
Homeless.
really
Yeah, that's
not-
a lot more I've heard in a while, I'll be honest. Not since college. And also,
By the way,
I'm technically
that
not
guy,
a lawyer,
please give
but
me a will save.
Yeah, sure.
This guy is magical as fuck, but you're not blinded by him.
He still winces as he like pops into existence around them. He's like, could you turn that down? Jeez.
sorry, when I'm gonna be teleported into hell, I need to be ready. You know how it is.
Yeah, but it's so bright. How do you deal with that?
You guys are with Halo, aren't you?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Look,
Yes.
if
Mildly?
you can help in any way, then I would recommend going into. We need to.
Do you want me to get them out?
We need to see the
I'd get
person.
about 15 minutes.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can get him.
let's-
We should get him out.
Let's keep
How
going.
do we do that?
Before that, I need to know why you guys are here. What happened? How did he get here? Why are you trying to get him out?
Oh,
Was an idiot and tried to teleport himself by shooting himself.
that guy takes out
And
the gun.
It just opened a portal to hell.
Well,
It's more complicated than that, but
wait, you were
yeah.
trying to. Oh, fucking hell. No wonder. Pun not intended.
We're here because we kind of need him to continue our work. We'd prefer to have him with us as we work.
Of course. How'd he get here? With that just brought him here somehow?
I think
there
more like
was-
a demon at the bottom of
No.
the basement.
No, there was someone that had already passed down there and went to hell. It was easy passage, I guess is the best way to put it. It was already a
Suppose that's what happens when you fuck around with cuter dolls. Alright.
he fell right through the cracks.
Gotcha. Okay. Which door?
All three of those.
yeah.
The fourth one right here, I've already dealt with. I've burned it actually.
I was
It's
wondering
this
what that
charred.
was.
It's this charred individual here. I believe he's one of your clients.
Yeah, that's blue.
Damn.
Gabriel, I
Not
believe.
good.
Yes, my true name is Gabriel Nuez.
But I think the trial is more for your other friend than him.
Yeah.
Right. He doesn't look too good.
The information
Oh.
pops into
A
your
lot of
head
time.
that-
We need to go.
Mhm.
Sebastian, you realize he's kind of like a part of a package deal. He will be let go if issue is, but the trial is not about him.
He's pretty badly banged up though. Sebastian goes through his coat, eventually finding an amulet. Put that on him; it'll keep him alive if something happens. All
Fair
right.
enough.
This door seems fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
you minute.
As you walk in, you again see the scene of Issue on a couch, looking down at like roughly a 3-year-old. You can tell that he's still under the spell of hell, but you have been given the proper spell needed to break this on him.
Yeah. Sebastian just looks around, nods towards the demon, being that he can see through the illusion, and then just puts a hand on Issue.
Issue, your foggy mind has changed. You look around, you see this place for what it really is. A demoness beside you and a small demonic child on the floor. Your memory
Issue.
returns. You remember after you fell down through the basement, you looked around for a moment for Blue. You saw a strange outline, touched it, and then found yourself here.
Issue looks the man in the face, and then he kind of falls forward on his knees and just vomits on the floor.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
He sits up and he's shaking. Like, for all of you who have ever known Issue, he is the calm, cool demeanor he attempts to have is not there. It's just a bunch of fear and anger,
I'm
resentment.
just gonna-
He stares
I
at
recommend you
he stares and like lunges for the demon as it's walking out.
do. Hold on.
No.
Who's it? Oh,
Can I
I'm
like
going
hold
to
him back?
say you can make me give me a punch check. This is going to be opposed by somebody else's parry. Whoever wants to try to be the one to stop.
Punch check.
I will block that.
But you're
Oh,
not.
you have interpose, don't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have interpose.
Oh yeah, you go
Okay.
to punch and there's just Scott in the way. As the woman takes a step out, those of you in the hallway just watch as she takes out a pack of cigarettes and just begins to smoke them.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, the DC's 15. He pretty much a frail old man right now.
Yeah, I don't think I can. Okay, well, I'll try anyway.
Fuck.
You can fail. I believe in you.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, no.
You could tell there was anger. There's like hatred behind that punch.
All right. As you hit me, I'll just grab your arm and say, "Chill." This was.
She
Listen.
needs to die, Scott. She needs to die. She needs to die.
No.
Dante,
She does not.
Listen to me.
Dante.
Listen to me.
You're already on
nothing
trial
wrong.
enough as it is. We don't need another assault charge.
Issue. You need to focus. We don't have a lot of time.
Exactly. Chill. Dante. You know you're in hell, yeah?
How do you know that name?
I know a lot of things.
Issue. We do not have the time. You
Look.
need to cooperate with this man.
From what I know about you now, not a bad number. About 100 more than the last record, but there's a couple ways I can think of to get you out of this, but I can't promise you much. Technically, I owe a favor to a demon because I needed information. I'm not even a lawyer, a private investigator, but that does mean I know how to argue my case.
All right, Issue, if I can ask, why'd you kill so many people?
I feel like that's not as.
It was business.
Who is Amelia exactly? Is she like?
Don't
just
you
an ordinary
speak that
woman?
name.
Look,
Sounds
Meg, you're in hell. All right, we can't have these boundaries anymore, Meg.
You need to focus and cooperate, or else you're going to be stuck here forever. You
I'm trying to
understand?
focus, and the more you mention her, the more difficult it becomes. So
Here, maybe
just
this will help.
stop.
Sebastian takes out a metal flask My family has some stocks in a Russian distillery.
Just
Carry
fucking
around just in
grabs
case.
I would like to point out, this is one of the best drinks you have ever had.
Oh, we appreciate it one for the current situation.
He loosens up a bit. Any kind of mental training he has is slowly starting to come back, but he's still clearly shaken up by the whole experience. But
All right.
the drink helps a bit.
So we don't have a lot of time to prepare, but I have a couple of ways that might be able to get you out. First of all, you're not technically dead. You're not really a soul, you're still a body. That means, in theory, hell shouldn't have jurisdiction over what happens to you. Can't know if they'll follow along with that, but I might be able to leverage that if they don't follow the rules, as it were.
So
If that doesn't work, there's the option that technically you're not responsible for those kills because it was just business. Business is
no,
business.
I don't think that's going to work.
I didn't think so either. That was why it was option 2. Option 3 is that, well, if you leave hell, there's a chance you could kill more people, and any demon that actually cares about your soul might want to try and bet on that in hopes of claiming a higher price.
I was thinking the same thing myself, actually.
So they're going to let me out so I can kill more people.
Well, that's if they think that you'll actually kill more people. If you don't plan to kill more people or you plan to end up somewhere else, well, that's on you. But that's where the first defense comes back around. In theory,
She kind of shrugs, like it's
in theory,
yeah.
because you're still you and you were transported here rather than dying, there is a technicality that your soul might have ended up elsewhere if you lived your full life. And then, of course, there's option 4, but only issue here is this, as Sebastian just kind of raises an eyebrow. I could try and just get you out through less cooperative means.
I'm going to be very honest with you.
We won't talk about option 4.
Option 4 is honestly the most likely. I don't know much about how this place works, but from what I can tell, I belong here. Even if I'm not dead yet.
See, that's how you torture yourself, though, right? You think that you belong somewhere when really, by condemning yourself to a cycle of this shit, you're not helping anyone. Imagine going around this loop forever, when, even as some sort of goddamn vengeful spirit, you could have helped someone in some rundown building or some shit.
I don't help people. I kill people.
Tomato, tomato.
I feel like you kill people in a constructive way.
Explain?
Well, if you have to kill something to get the job done, isn't that constructive? It helps people.
It depends on who it helps, but
I still don't
essence-
understand.
There is
In
an
essence-
announcement that plays through the hallway, and seemingly in the room itself, but you can kind of tell it's within every room of hell. The trial of Dante Reznikov will begin in 5 minutes.
Worked so hard to bear that fucking name. Of course, these goddamn demons just magic it into existence, bastards.
To be fair, I was starting to track it down myself already.
Issue looks impressed and also frustrated.
Well hidden, though. I'll be honest. I was still a little ways away. Rest of them not so much, but
Hello.
How much did
Definitely.
you know before this trial started?
a lot less. But I knew the name. Zosvidolia. Little bit of practice as a kid. I was able to track down things not around here. Anyway. The other option, of course, is that hell is for sinners, and, well, there's no way to tell exactly what you are, unless you truly think you're a sinner. demons can sense sin, sure, but that's not always gonna drag someone to hell. It's like tying a stone to a balloon. The balloon's big enough; it floats it to the surface anyway.
I'm not exactly sure. The idea of sin isn't something I care too much about.
Nor should you.
I do what I do, and
Right.
if
Fine.
it's wrong, I don't particularly care.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. While you may not care, that means that you're acting neutrally, which could be good or bad depending on which side's looking at it. Now, if you're doing it just for your own entertainment, sure, that'd be kind of closed, wouldn't it? Doesn't seem like you were, though.
Like I said, it was business, and sometimes business for myself, sometimes business for others.
Right. Now, of course, I don't think that defense is very strong, but it's an option if nothing else. And, well, like I said, I'm an investigator, not a lawyer.
I agree that we should stick with the first defense. That seems most likely to succeed.
Yeah. As for the rest of you, has Ishu here shown any proclivities towards trying to kill all of you?
Nothing serious, I'd say.
I think he said he
he
would shoot
did
me once, but didn't.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it wasn't like a direct threat, but he just said he could kill me if he wanted to.
I have scenarios in mind if I ever need to, but I don't plan on enacting them.
Having a
That's
plan is
much-
different than planning to use one.
Exactly.
That's
As
good.
much as I want you to be in here, he actually tried to save us one time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, knocked him out, but at least he tried.
Sebastian just closes his eyes and begins to concentrate a little bit, flicking through various things in his mind.
I will tell you.
Whenever it
Let's see.
comes to personal stuff, we are actually going to end as you hear everything around you simply saying, "The trial of Dante Reznikov will begin." Everything goes dark. We
Time
are
to
going
go.
to leave off there for this week. Any questions that Sebastian you have about issue, please go ahead and message him.
Can do.
What the real question is, would he answer?
I have to.
He doesn't have
Yeah,
to
no,
answer.
like he
It's just-
knows everything about issues
Yeah.
past. And I have to be honest.
Yeah.
See, like, so the problem is, there's a lot of details I don't have fleshed out because I assume no one would ever learn. Because you know,
And then you shot yourself to hell, so you know.
listen, this whole thing is just Klaus spiting my 4 ranks in Cipher.
It's not so much that as it was kind of a plan of, okay, this is where Agent Blue will end up, and because of a few things in his past, they would keep him here.
And then
But
you
then
did what you
you
did.
hop along, which is, you are the worst serial killer in humanity's history that is actually just a human.
You're like, what if
Wait,
I
isn't
shot
he-
myself?
Isn't he
What?
not just a human anymore?
I
I see, like, I made all the-
mutation, but he was not born a mutant, and
Yeah.
all of
Fair
his
enough.
deeds was still done while, like, you
Mhm.
notice that, like, in the soul form, his soul is still, he doesn't have a third eye, he doesn't have anything extra, it's just issue.
It's just
He
the
doesn't
issue
have
you
the
know and
alien
love.
suit.
Oh, side note, every single time that guy moves anything, Sebastian just stares at him pointedly.
Like he's like shuffling cards. He's doing it very quickly.
Sebastian, do you have a history with Klaus and fucking what's his name?
Is not, I do. Yes.
Hi.
Okay,
Is not,
alright,
I do.
makes more sense. So you know about the nonsense of that guy.
Yes, and also Sebastian would, because he happens to have a thing that lets him have a magical sense as well as see through illusions.
There's
So,
also the thing of just like, Reginald is actually a little bit of a celebrity for anybody that travels interdimensionally.
So
Sebastians hate him.
So question. Fucking. What are the odds that issue is lost to hell?
It depends on how well you guys do in the trial.
Okay, so can I have another sheet to make my backup?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty
Yeah,
Get
'cause
confident.
I'm not gonna lie. Being a massive murderer.
Like when Klaus asked like how many people has issue killed, I was like, okay, it's gonna be up there because like he does this shit a lot.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. Respect went down the drain.
Wow.
Yes, as mine's very concerned. It's like what?
And also there's so much you guys still don't know about him.
Well,
like-
maybe if you had told us.
He's not the kind of person who tells people things.
Well,
Yeah.
if we manage to get you out of this, you're gonna start talking about
He
it.
put a
whether you like it or
significant
not.
effort into erasing his history.
Well, that worked out greatly, I guess.
Very
So if we
nice.
managed to get you out of hell, you owe us a favor, and that favor is you're telling us about yourself.
He'll tell you some things, but he's not going to tell you all.
Look,
I
private
have a
investigator
new sheet
tracking
open.
the world's most hidden man. Like,
I also love how no one questioned why they got or why that guy got this to happen in the first place.
Well, we were kind of in the middle of other things.
We were,
No,
we,
that's
we
fair.
were,
Like, it's very
we were-
amusing to me.
we were in massive discussion about okay, should we try and pull him out? Should we like plan out what we're gonna do in the lawyer thing? And you come around and you're like, okay, so we have a lawyer thing in 15 minutes, guys. I helped us. And
Yeah,
we're like,
to
what the
to be
fuck?
fair,
yeah, we went
didn't-
into panic mode.
Yeah, we didn't get much of a chance. Like they didn't get much of a chance to plan.
We
what to
didn't
do
have a
before.
say in when we were gonna have the trial. We were just sort
Yeah.
of thrown into it like Issue
Honestly-
did when he shot himself. So you know.
Don't shoot yourself. That's bad. That kills people.
Things
But hey,
in
like
hell
it's real.
happen
It's
fast.
realistic to the group at least. We're kind of
I mean, Bunny
So-
was ready to go to lawyer up. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
we-
if she can still be the Athena to Sebastian's Phoenix, but I mean,
so
Yeah. And like, it's not just a whenever it comes to it, he's not the only one that can speak. There can be, including the defendant, each of you can be called up as a witness, and Sebastian, you will have the ability to call up anyone in issues past to be a witness.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Oh
Bring back
no!
Amelia.
Wait,
Bring back
wait.
Amelia.
Hold on. Do they have to be dead or can they still be alive?
They can still be alive. They will not remember any of
Oh.
this.
Okay, so
Bring back Amelia.
no, don't bring Amelia.
I think he's gonna have to do it.
He's
No.
gonna do it to him.
There's
Guys,
also
there's-
a aspect
that's not even
of,
part of his
um,
defense.
On top of it being him, there can be up to 3 other people defending him at once. You guys can act as a team of lawyers.
A fleet of lawyers just line up behind him.
I mean, the team.
It
Yeah,
is,
don't include Kare.
and it has been mentioned to that guy that there are 5 judges. Sebastian, you would also know this.
Mhm.
Gonna be-
And you basically have to get 3 out of 5 of them to vote on him being not worthy of hell.
Guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
You're gonna
Issues-
fucking die.
Issue will most likely not escape hell because
Yeah.
he's done some good things, yes, but
Guess we're gonna see how good of a lawyer this guy is.
the
My
the bit.
computer is very hot as I do not have a new fan for it yet, so
Oof.
I have to go.
Sounds like you're getting
because
immersed.
Yeah, take care, man.
Yeah.
Next level immersion.
Next level immersion. Computer creates hell.
I will have a new fan by next week, thankfully.
Wait.
That's why the end of the session
Klaus,
certainly.
one more thing. So, am I allowed to do the 19 ranks of immortality swords person?
We can talk about him.
Yeah.
Her. Good.
We
How-
can talk about her.
how-
I thought that they
How would
switched
the
genders.
immortality work? Yeah, how would the immortality work? Would that mean you would never lose your character unless you somehow make it?
No, okay. So the basic is there. She would respawn or like come back on the spot that her old self died. So if she dies in a way that there's no room, or that body can't go back, she either can't come back or she's just going to continue to die. For example, if she falls in lava, she's going to keep respawning in the lava, and then she will continue to die, live and die forever.
There was a
Until
really
she
fun
decides to
thing
end.
in Torchwood about Jack Harkness getting encased in cement and just being left there for like 5 years.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
if she gets
there
encased
are
in
ways.
cement,
I'm just saying, like that'll be so fucking weird because then there'd be very few ways for you to die unless.
Well,
you
no,
somehow
like-
walk into
There's
a cement
very
trap.
few ways for basically any of you to die. You guys are literally in the afterlife trying to get a soul
Bitch!
back.
also, Scott, you
Yeah.
have to think. There's ways to get rid of her without killing her. Like,
I just wanted to say we're recognizing a way of dying or coming to hell without dying.
yeah, like
So,
there's ways around her power set. You just have to be clever.
Yeah.
You
Like
can't
turn her
brute
into an
force
anchor,
it. Yeah, like
throw her in the ocean.
if you drug her and keep her in like a permanent coma state, she
There's
can't
also
do it.
a really fun thing of, like in D&D, whenever you end up with like a barbarian that's just like beating the shit out of you and you're a mage, okay, just go off into another dimension. Bye.
Yeah,
And spell anywhere but here.
and like, so her being that like regenerative comes at a cost. She's going to have 0 toughness and 0 fortitude.
What the fuck?
It's
Yes,
a good boy.
okay.
She's
Yeah, I
the
gotta
ultimate
go.
glass cannon.
Yes,
Hey, guys.
I know. Bill